and 10. So I read the question. The table shows the distribution of marks scored by 500 candidates in an examination. A. Find the value of y. So let's begin with A. So our solution. So we have the marks and the frequency. The frequency is the number of students who scored a particular marks. So in this case, it means 10 people scored between 0 and 9, 26 people scored between 10 and 19. So it means the total frequency should be the number of students or candidates who took the examination. So what we are saying is that the total frequency should be equal to or should be the number of candidates who took the examination. And we are being asked to find y. So what it means is that 10 plus 28 plus 40 plus 92 plus y plus 60 plus 90 plus 50 plus 30 plus 15 plus 5 should be equal to 500. So 10 plus 28 plus 40 plus 92 plus y plus 60 plus 90 plus 50 plus 30 plus 15 plus 5 should be equal to 500. When we add everything, we should get 420 plus y is equal to 500. Y becomes 500 minus 420, and hence y is equal to 80. Okay, so we are moving on to the next question. It says, construct a cumulative frequency table and use it to draw a cumulative frequency curve. So B. So we are constructing a cumulative frequency table. And for a cumulative frequency table, we need the upper boundary. Then we need the frequency. And then the cumulative frequency. And then to get the upper boundary, we add 0.5 to the upper class limit. So the upper class boundary, take note, is equal to upper class limit plus 0.5. So now let's create the cumulative frequency table. So we have our max. We have 0 to 9, 10 to 19, 20 to 29, 30 to 39, 40 to 49, 50 to 59, 60 to 69, 70 to 79, 80 to 89, 90 to 100. So our upper class boundary should be 9.5, 19.5, 29.5, 39.5, 49.5, 59.5, 69.5, 79.5, 89.5, and it should be 99 and 99.5. Our frequency, we have 10, we have 28, we have 40, we have 92, we have y plus 60, and our y is 80. So 80 plus 60, it should give us 140. So we have 140, we have 90, we have 50, we have 30, we have 15, and we have 5. Then we find our cumulative frequency. So we have 10, then we add 28 to 10, we have 38. We add 40 to 38, we have 78. So that's what we do for the cumulative frequency. 92 plus 78 is 170. Then we have 310. Then we have 400. Then we have 450. Then we have 480. Then we have 495. Then we have 500. So at the end, we should have the total number of candidates who sat for the examination. If the total number or the last number we have here does not correspond with the total number of students or candidates who sat for the examination, then you know that there's something wrong with your addition. So you have to check that. So moving on to the next question. It says, use the cumulative frequency table to draw a cumulative frequency curve. All right. So we have our y-axis. So this are x and this are y. Our x-axis will be our upper class boundary. Or the max. We can also use max. Then our y will be the cumulative frequency. So we take 50, 100, 150, 200, 250, 300, 350, 400, 450, 500. And our max, we take 9.5, 19.5, 29.5, 39.5, 49.5, 59.5, 69.5, 79.5, 89.5, and 99.5. So when our cumulative frequency is 10, our upper class boundary is 9.5. So we have this. When cumulative frequency is 38, Our upper class boundary is 19.5. So 38 should be somewhere here. Then, so plotting our values. So we are plotting our values for upper class boundary and cumulative frequency. So for 29.5, our cumulative frequency is 78. Should be somewhere here. This is not drawn to scale. So for 39.5, it should be 170. 70 should be here. So 170 should be here. For a cumulative frequency of 49.5, we should have 310. So we should have 310. For a cumulative frequency of 59.5, we should have 400. So this should give 400. For a cumulative frequency of 69.5, 450. For 69.5, we have 450. For 79.5, we have 480. So should be here. Then for 89.5, we have 495. Should be here. Then for 99.5, we have 500. Should be here. This should be here. So to draw the curve, we have something like something like this. So that would be our cumulative frequency curve. Now moving on to the next question. It says use the curve to estimate the probability of selecting a candidate who scored not more than 45%. So we know that who scored not more than 45% should be from the class boundary of 49.5 downwards. So someone who scored not more than 45% should be within here. So 45, we can have 45 here. So we trace 45% should be between this to where it touches. Then so when we do that, we should get 250. So we can say that probability of not scoring more than 45. So how many people scored below 45? We should get 250 over the total number of students in the class, 500, should be equal to 1/2. So probability of people or candidates who scored not more than 45% should be equal to 1/2. All right. So that brings us to the end of question 10. So we move on to question 11.